Alright, let's get into it. And please, as you are listening, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any updates. Today, the gist we are talking about is a very serious one. It is hot right now and people everywhere are reacting to it. The story is this. Youths in Yoruba land have gathered and surrounded an emir's palace, raising their voices and saying loud and clear, "Enough is enough. No more Fulani Emir in Yoruba land." That is the headline that has caught the attention of everybody, but behind that line there is a deep story and many things we need to understand together. So what is really happening? The protest you are hearing about is not just because of traditional rulers alone. People are tired, they are tired of insecurity, they are tired of killings, and they are tired of feeling like their communities are not protected. In parts of Kwara, especially in the north side, places like Patigi and Zaragi, bandits have been troubling communities, kidnapping people, attacking farmers, and putting fear into the hearts of families. When you add this insecurity on top of the question of rulership and culture, you will see why the anger is so strong. People are saying if government cannot protect them, then they must speak for themselves. Please, if you are following me, click the like button and subscribe right now, because this gist is just starting. Now, why is the matter touching on the Emir? In Yoruba land, traditional rulership has always been in the hands of the Obas and the chiefs. These positions are tied to history, to family lineage, to culture. But in some parts of Kwara, you have a mix of different people, Yoruba, Nupe, Fulani, and with that mix came the presence of emirs. The youths are looking at it and saying, no, this is Yoruba land, and they don't want an emir ruling them. They see it as an imposition, as something foreign to their culture. Combine that with the anger over insecurity, the cry then becomes, no more Fulani Emir in Yoruba land. During the protest, young people carried placards, they shouted. They made it clear they wanted urgent action. Some even said Fulani settlers should leave their communities because they believe these settlers are linked to the insecurity. The atmosphere was hot, emotions were high, and according to some reports, the emir himself had to leave his palace when the crowd gathered. But let me stress here, because we must be careful, this matter is still developing, and different sources are reporting it differently. Some say the protest was peaceful, others say there were clashes. But one thing is clear, the message of the youths is strong. Remember to like this video and subscribe because we are breaking it down together. Now, let us think carefully. The protest is not just about ethnicity, it is also about survival. People are saying, who is protecting us? Who is standing with us when bandits are killing and kidnapping? When communities do not feel safe, when they see leaders silent or acting slowly, then frustration will turn to protest. And when that protest touches ethnic and cultural lines, it becomes even more sensitive. Because once you challenge who should be a ruler, you are touching the heart of identity, you are touching people's pride. That is why this matter is dangerous ground. Like this video and subscribe if you are still following. The risk here is big. If it spreads, it can turn into more ethnic tension, and that is what nobody wants. A protest like this can lead to division, government crackdown, or even violent clashes between groups. And once traditional rulers feel that their authority is being rejected, it can create a bigger crisis. That is why we must watch it carefully. But at the same time, we cannot ignore the voice of the people. When people shout enough is enough, it means they have reached the end of their patience. Now let me ask you, do you think a community should have the right to reject a ruler based on ethnicity? Do you think it is right for government to force a community to accept a traditional ruler they don't want? Drop your answer in the comments and let's talk about it together. And please like this video and subscribe right now, it really helps. The protesters are also asking government to come out strong and deal with insecurity. They want soldiers, they want police, they want real protection, not just promises. Because if people cannot farm, if people cannot travel without fear, then life becomes hard. And when life is hard, anger will boil over. That is why this protest must not be dismissed as noise. There is a genuine cry behind it. At the same time, the emir and traditional rulers may see this as a direct insult. For them, they might feel that their authority is being disrespected. That is why some rulers have even reacted by ordering arrests of youth leaders who organize protests. You see how the matter is complicated? On one side, the people are crying for justice. On the other side, the rulers are defending their authority. In the middle, government is trying to keep peace, but sometimes government is too slow or appears biased, and that only makes the matter worse. So where do we go from here? First, there has to be dialogue. Government must bring all sides together. youths, elders, traditional rulers, security agencies, so that everyone can sit down and talk. People must feel that their voices are heard. If they don't, the protests will continue and may spread. Second, security must be improved. If people feel safe, part of this tension will go down. Third, traditional institutions need to be handled carefully. If communities feel a ruler does not represent them, then there should be a fair way to resolve it, not just through force. So, let's look at the history a little, because to understand today's protest, you need to know where it is coming from. In Yoruba land, kingship has always been sacred. The Obas are seen as custodians of tradition, of culture, of the spirit of the people. For centuries, communities knew who their rulers were, because rulership was tied to the land and the ancestors. But when colonial rule came, and even after independence, boundaries were redrawn, different groups mixed together. And in some areas like Kwara, you had overlapping traditions, some Yoruba, some Nupe, some Fulani. That is why today you see an emir's palace standing in a place many Yoruba youths now call their land. They look at it and feel like their history was pushed aside. Now add to that the insecurity that has been troubling people in recent years. Bandits attacking villages, kidnappings on the highways, farmers leaving their farms because they are scared to go out. These are not small issues. They touch everyday life. So when the youths came out and said, enough is enough, they were not only shouting about tradition, they were also crying out for safety, for survival. And because the emir represents authority in that land, the protest naturally went straight to his palace. Please, if you are following and you understand where I am going, hit the like button right now and subscribe. It helps this gist reach more people. Let us also look at how dangerous this can become. When people start saying no more of this ethnic group in our land, it can easily turn into bigger conflict. Nigeria is already a country of many tribes, many identities, and if each group begins to reject the presence of others, then unity becomes weak. Today it may be Yoruba youths rejecting a Fulani Emir. Tomorrow it could be another community rejecting another group. That is why government must act fast. But here is the question for you, my viewers. Do you think this protest will make government move faster to secure the land, or do you think it will only make authorities clamp down harder on the youths? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know what you think. And yes, don't forget, like this video and subscribe too. Another thing we must not ignore is the arrest of some youth leaders. Reports say after some protests in Kwara, the emir ordered that one of the protest leaders should be arrested. That shows you the level of tension between the people and the palace. Imagine the frustration of people who are already living in fear, then their leaders who speak for them are taken away. That kind of move can even make more people angry. So what is the way forward? In my own view, the solution is not force. The solution is listening. Government and traditional rulers must sit with the communities, hear their pain, and show them action, not just words. Security must be tightened. Villages need patrols. Farmlands need protection. Families need to sleep without fear. If these steps are taken, some of the tension will reduce. But if nothing changes, then more protests like this will keep happening. Please, if you are with me on this, tap like now and subscribe. Let's keep going. Now let's imagine the risks. If this matter is ignored, more people may join in and protests may spread to other Yoruba communities. There could be clashes, there could be counter-protests, and innocent lives could be at risk. On the other hand, if government only responds with force, like arrests, police crackdowns, or even military, then it may silence the youths temporarily, but the anger will still remain. The only lasting solution is fairness, dialogue, and real security. And let us be honest, this matter is not only about Yoruba and Fulani. It is about the bigger Nigerian question. Who protects the people? Who has the right to rule in a land? And how do we balance tradition, identity, and unity in one country with so many tribes? These are the big questions this protest is raising. So, I will leave you with this. We must be careful. We must be wise. The cry of enough is enough should be heard as a call for justice, not a call for hate. Government must take it seriously. Traditional rulers must take it seriously. And we as Nigerians must think carefully before taking sides. If you enjoyed this gist and you want me to continue bringing you updates, then like this video right now, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear. Let us keep the conversation going in the comments. What do you think about the protest? Should the emir step aside, or should government intervene to calm the people? And what is the best way to secure our communities?